Breaking news. Tension as two Supreme Court justices reportedly takes drastic decision in Tinubu's election case. Hi guys, welcome back to the news. If you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Reactions are currently telling the report that two justices of the Supreme Court of Nigeria have rejected the membership of the panel being constituted by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, to determine the appeal of Atiku Abubakar of the PDP and Peter Obi of the Labour Party. According to Jackson Ude, the Nigerian investigative journalist, who was an aide to the ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, the two justices said a no to the membership of the panel yesterday. The two judges of the Supreme Court of Nigeria have said no to the membership of the panel being constituted by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Chief Justice Olukayode Ariwola, to determine the appeal of Atiku Abubakar of the PDP and Obi of the Labour Party. Jackson Ude posted on his verified X handle. We recall that the 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, and his Labour Party counterpart, Peter Obi, rejected the tribunal judgment declaring Bola Tinubu as the duly elected Nigeria president. The Labour Party similarly criticized the judgment, stating that the verdict did not reflect the desires of the people. Hence, they decided to appeal against the judgment at the Supreme Court, the final court on the presidential election dispute. And the case is yet to be concluded because recently, I think that was a few weeks back, they started this case. And we are yet to see the end of this case. But for now, we are just looking and watching. Atiku is at the US court trying to grab, enough evidence so that when he brings up his petition on Tinubu's Chicago State University records and how he forged his results, the court would not kick him out and say, oh, this your petition lacks merit, meaning there is no enough evidence to back them up, because that was how the Election Petition Tribunal had struck off almost all their petitions, except Obi's petition. Out of 13, I think they struck off 12, remaining one, on Obi's petition against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Atiku the same, because the judges said that these petitioners did not bring enough evidence to back up their claims. They did not bring enough evidence to back up their claims. So, that's why they struck them off, saying the petition lacks merit. And that was the end. Although the PDP, the Labour Party, they were grumbling and mumbling that, oh, the judgment lacks justice, nothing was done, there was no justice. But what can they do? The judgment has been given. So they said, okay, fine. This time around, we won't slack behind. Atiku is at the US. His legal counsel. They are trying to get their hands on this Chicago State University record so that when they are talking, they would bring enough evidence. But you see, the APC are still saying, even if Atiku Abubakar gets his hands on the Chicago State University's certificate, that's Tinubu's academic records, that it doesn't matter. The Nigerian judiciary would not use it. So how come? How is it possible? Because this same Nigerian judiciary failed to review all this to Nigerians. They failed to expose it. And now the US, they are willing. The court, the US judge of the Northern District of Illinois, Judge Nancy, have already given an order directing the school, Chicago State University, to release Tinubu's records to Atiku. And that is it. So we are just waiting for these records to be released, and then we'll see what's in it. Since Tinubu has been hiding these documents all along, and then people are wondering, people are curious. a lot of suspicion here and there. What's this man hiding? Then Atiku has been pressing on. For P2B has been, trying to get his hands on one or two, but Atiku is really doing a good job to make sure he gets to the root of this matter. But then, my country people, there is serious tension as two justices of the Supreme Court rejected membership of the panel being constituted by the CJN of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, to determine the appeal of Atiku Abubakar of the PDP and Peter Obi of the Labour Party. And according to Jackson Udi, the Nigerian investigative journalist who has, revealed this to Nigerians, who was an aide to the ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, the two justices said a no to the membership of the panel yesterday. And yes, the two justices of the Supreme Court of Nigeria have said no to the membership of the panel being constituted by the CJN of Nigeria, Justice Ariwola Olukayode, to determine the appeal of Atiku Abubakar of the PDP and Peter Obi of the Labour Party. We recall that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC, they are in court, after the 2023 presidential election, whereby the Labour Party and Peter Obi rejected the INEC's declaration of Tinubu as the president and headed to the tribunal. And then the tribunal declared and affirmed Tinubu as the authentic president, but they still rejected the tribunal's judgment, and now they are heading to the Supreme Court. So, my country people, what are your thoughts on this? Now, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section. Thank you.